Short flight up the coast to Seattle tonight. Hawkeyes lost a heartbreaker in 5 sets to the Ducks. They were up 14-12 in the 5th set and dropped it 19-17.
Absolutely imperative that we win the middle. That was a back quick that scored for them.
Claire Amaral with the serve for Iowa, and a quick put away by Kirsten Barton, the junior from Chandler.
Vary your shot, so we'll see. We'll keep track of what she does on that left pin.
16 kills last night in the win against Ohio State, and there's some more action in the middle, Audrey, from a true freshman, Peyton Young.
Point, and again, Barnes wants to run middle, has trust in his young freshman.
Overpass on the serve by Sharday Van Zandt and Hallie Stepanaitis.
That time it lands towards her left shoulder. Cross court was her only shot.
A Barry serve short again. Milana Moisio, the Iowa libero, offered up the overpass. We're still playing here. Stepanaitis, overly receptive to the idea. She endorsed it completely.
Yeah, I think as a player, you love getting set a lot, right? And usually outsides get set a lot more than middles. She's undersized too. I think it just matches her physical. Yeah, just keep the ball off the ground and somehow fight to win.
Sharday Van Zandt, the serve for Iowa, trying to claw back into this first set, but off the touch. Washington wins the point.
Reaching over, you don't ever want that ball to cross the plane of the net. Reaching is the key on blocking.
Heard the bump set up to Mateska, and we're still playing. And Amaral, the setter, with the kill for Iowa. Started with a fantastic dig.
Got to keep your eye on the ball, I think was the error on that play.
Amaral takes a swing, and there was a lot of open floor space on the other side of the net. Her second kill. Sharday Van Zandt. Barton drops it in the donut, and Washington cinches up the first set, 25-19.
When they sold out the football stadium and had nearly 100,000 fans for a volleyball match. And it's just continued to grow ever since. Nice tip there from Zora Hardison. We ID'd her in the beginning, 11 kills last
sets. It's such a quick ball to attack and defend, and if you're Rutgers, you know you need to get them involved quickly.
That's just too easy that time from Minea Obechi. Again, the freshman from Santa Rosa Valley, California. One of the prized recruits in the country, and she's in that regard in 2022 and 2023. They were 6th last year. That's a big step back.
It is, and last night, their match against Penn State, they held Penn State to a negative 114 hitting percentage.
The team they hadn't beaten since the COVID spring season, and they came all the way back to win the opening set. Then Maryland dominated the second set, and it looked like, okay, the Terrapins are settled in. No, then it was Rutgers who controlled the next 2 sets, won it in 4 to win their Big Ten home opener. They had all of 1 conference win a season ago. They've matched it already. Back set, that is piped up for Obeche, and she's having herself a heck of an opening frame.
And that's what's fun about both teams is when you have, and that's exactly what Nebraska does well, is they use both Murray and Sigler out of that back row.
Here's Garvey. Right down in the corner, precision from Tara Garvey, the transfer from Villanova.
The first thing I noticed is they've come into every match approaching it differently with a different level of how are we going to react and quickly make changes.
I like our chances to get on the front foot if we serve the way we have all season.
The serve and pass game in volleyball is so important. You have to utilize it.
She's got double-digit kills in all but 2 matches this year. There's Bergen Riley with the dump set kill. I have to take it at certain times. Right there was a huge seam in the middle.
And she's taking it at the right time. It's not when it's tight against the net and predictable. She's taking it when no one's there.
Yeah, and for Rutgers, the last time they had this big of a crowd, 2 years ago, when Nebraska came here and swept the match. Big right hand again from Obeche. How about this opening set from Minea Obeche?
And you don't want to approach those unforced errors. You want to keep being aggressive. But like I said, find different ways to attack the top of the hands and make the smart errors that may work.
Nice claw that time from Natalie Robinson. She's got 3 kills to go with 2 blocks. Dead last in the Big Ten in aces per set. Maybe they are going to try to be a little bit more aggressive in that manner. That's an easy kill there for Skylar Pierce, the redshirt freshman from Kansas. I'll put some juice on that one, and Nebraska goes right back to the freshman who had a monster first set, Manea Obeche. Jenna De La Mater, serving specialist, good back row defender, back in. Riley, the decoy that time came from Jackson, and that allowed Adriano to tee away.
In deep into the end of the court, and it's just really fun to watch her be so aggressive on defense.
That time, that was a great serve, gets Nebraska right back on the offensive. Here's Jackson, head full of steam.
And a lot of power behind that swing. I mean, perfect timing.
Another good serve there from Olivia Mock. Good touch by Bolin. Byzantine flat-footed. Back to Murray, in the corner. Touchdown.
The speed of the game that Nebraska's playing right now, you can...
I think Rutgers can take solace. They've almost scored as many points in the entire match as Penn State did last night.
Exactly.
From the back row, that'll put a bow on the second frame. Skylar Pierce with a big right hand.
That Bruin block is 14th in the Big Ten at 2.22 blocks per set. Now a system swing for Ivkovic. Got it to go in zone 1. That last kill courtesy of Jaden Jager, just a freshman, 6'1", averaging 3.42 kills per set. Got that one to fall into zone 5, number 17 for UCLA, Alina Ursua. She's coming off a season-high 22 kills, Ursua, in that loss on Thursday against number 13 Purdue, and fast-moving to the outside as they go to Candela Alonso-Cortez, the senior.
Going away from the Big Ten high-set physical athletes being able to swing high and hard, they want fast, quick rips on that ball.
That's a quick rip, on the right side, courtesy of Avery Tatum. A waterfall little finish from Ivkovic. She has been active. They've been going to her. She's had her opportunities on the right side.
She does as well, lining up in front of her attackers to make that block and space.
Massive swing and a quick moving set as they go to number 3 in red.
It's down to find that sideline.
Serve going short. Options here and the slide as Ursula comes up with the scoop. Duffy links up with Sheridan Leverett, the top point earner for UCLA, and they go way back 18 years in terms of how long they've known each other, even at the club level, coaching against each other, as Singletary unloads. She hit 400 against Purdue and lets one rip for Kildare.
Take a look here. Bruins being able to get up on this ball in the middle. That's
Mia Stoller set to serve this thing away and get things started. Here we go from Eugene, Oregon. Shepard digs it out in the back row. Clemente from the left side gets an overpass. Back set. Bowlette gets the party started in Eugene. 10 or more in 8 of their 13 matches on the year, so certainly something to clean up. 2 men on the dig. This started in the first 4 conference matches as Jones finds the floor for the kill. 15-14 Ohio State. Here against Ohio State like they did last night against Iowa. Myers sends it across. 2 men back set. Weeman on the swing. Kept alive. Clemente winds up. It's popped way up in the air. Here's Jones with the response. Overpass sent straight down. Sydney Wyman with good court vision to get the kill. Hannah Jones to the line of service. In the middle, Shucharovic hammers it home. Oregon's within 5 of taking the first set. That's her 3rd kill. That leads the Oregon Ducks. Tumen to Webker, who drops it right in front of Shucharovic. Ohio State was in no way ready for it to be Sophia Myers getting the swing. 7-1 Oregon to start the second set. Here's Jones and just dropping it right over the block. That'll get the job done and snap a 7-0 scoring run. In the first set, Ohio State hit 330. Hitting triple zeros here in the second set. Oregon's done a nice job adjusting on defense as Myers tries to go cross court, but Hasselbrook digs it out. From the back row, Webker gets a big swing. It's kept alive. Now Vowellette gets the kill. Better watch out. She comes flying in from the back row.
Vowellette doing what she does best, using her arm.
Already 2 service errors in the set. Overpass, and Kaya Castle cleans it up. Clemente with a response.
Alana Clemente picking up her.
Hasselbrook trying to inch Ohio State closer in the second set. Myers with another rip out of system Ohio State. Overpass sent down McFadden.
Now has a more comfortable buffer.
Oregon's done a really nice job getting Ohio State out of system on the serve. Not able to do so there, as Ashley Carr sliding to her right gets the kill. Nicely done there for the Ohio State offense. Fukumoto, we saw her briefly in the first. Hasselbrook on the dig. Wyman gets it across. Back set Clemente from the back row. That'll get the job done.
Now back to serve.
Tillman back set. And Sydney Wayman with the kill. Staller across. Vowellette digs it out. Shepard has to step into the dig. Vowellette with a huge swing. She gets the kill. No return for Ohio State.
And gets to now coach at her alma mater. Best of both worlds there. Overpass cleaned up by Julia Hunt. That's how you do it. Washington up 1-0. Her first of the night, 76th of the season. Middle blocker hitting .290 on the campaign. Fares, another serve for Markley, and she picks out Greta Schlichter for the second time.
What Iowa is capable of doing from that service line.
Alyssa Worden is a fantastic server for the Hawkeyes. She had a couple of service aces last night down the road in Eugene. Big swing by Markley from the back row. Amaral wins the joust, but Washington keeps the point alive. Mateska the dump at the net. Hunt dunks it home. Mateska serves. Moisio the dig. Back row, Worden. Dug by Hurd. Back over to Iowa. Amaral tries to throw it in the donut, but Hurd reads it. Markley soaring in out of the back row. Point Dogs.
Swings with a lot of authority.
Mateska serves Moisio again. Stepanidis, dug by Hurd. Howry, and the kill for Kirsten Barton, her 6th.
Howry right now really connecting well.
Howry's got 14 assists, and you know, with all due respect to you as a fellow setter like Howry, Audrey, I mean, when the setter is just kind of in the background, you know, diming up the outsides or the middles, that's a good thing, right?
I would think so. You know, I always like when setters.
And I credit Barton for doing a great job just taking what Iowa gives her, I should say. Amaral to Van Zant. Dug by Markley in the back row. Howry picks out Barton. She swings power that time against UCLA, and USC trying to bounce back from a loss to Indiana. Hunt with the serve for Washington. We're up inside Alaska Airlines Arena for game 1 of our Saturday night volleyball doubleheader. She has reached double-digit kills in every game she's played this season. She missed 1 game of Washington's now 14 games. Free ball. Washington sets up shop. Barton just finding everything right now. Young with 2 kills and now a block. She had 2 blocks last night against Oregon. Over to Markley, goodness gracious.
We'll see if that's the target she aims for again.
Van Zant's a good server. She's got 11 aces on the season. And Mateska hammers that ball.
Hand-to-ball contact if your feet get you to the ball at the right time.
Zoria Hurd the serve. In the middle, Young, kept alive by Barton. And Markley, dug by Schlichter. This is Stepanidis, cross court. And Hurd can't handle it. Point Iowa.
player like Markley, she knows that that was just an error on her part.
Her first of the night. Back row, Barton. That's there every single time.
Yeah, you know, usually we see the hole open from a left side attacker. This time back row attack.
Lost a 5-set heartbreaker to Oregon last night and trying to salvage something of this weekend, but the ball is power tipped down by Wessels, who's got 2 kills in the set.
Again, if you're a middle, you just want to make yourself available. Look at her.
And Jenna Meitzler in to serve for Iowa. She's a setter. And that lands inside the 10-foot line, point Simona Mateska.
So that you're able to get a good second contact and maybe swing for the point.
Van Zant cross court, dug by Mateska. Howry back to Mateska. There are 2 setters on the floor right now for Iowa, both Amaral and Meitzler out there. And the point for Markley and Washington. Overseeing this transition to the Big Ten and trying to get the Huskies back to the postseason.
I had the opportunity to chat with Coach Gabriel at Media Days, and very, very kind, sweet woman, but boy, she is a fierce competitor. I remember her in her playing days. Boy, she was a stud in the middle.
17 aces on the season. She serves short. Moisio gets underneath it. And Stepanidis puts it down.
Good hustle play by Washington's team.
Sharday Van Zant is blocked. Van Zant, another swing. It's dug by Barry. Overpass. Amaral to Varez, kept alive by Hurd. It's Mateska, and she puts it in the corner for a Washington point. Hurd, the transfer from Texas A&M Corpus Christi. And dunked down by Simona Mateska. They went to Purdue and Indiana, lost both of those matches to 2 good teams, but are 5 points away from evening their conference record, thanks in part to some home cooking. Repetition, but also just pristine timing between setter and that back row attacker. I mean, the good teams make it look easy, but it's not. Alyssa Worden with the kill for Iowa. Had a season-high 12 digs last night against Oregon. Mateska puts it away in the back row. Match point, Washington. Peyton Young serves. Hunt in the middle, that is out of bounds. Point Iowa. They reverse the call, point Washington, and the match is over.
Kenna Woolard is so confident. She wants those big swings, and Purdue has tons of confidence in her.
Defensive specialist Rachel Williams, 5'7" redshirt sophomore, on to serve. Nice cover by Williams to keep the ball off the floor. Early free ball. Deckert, right side, and that is on the sideline. Passes at almost 60% good or perfect, so to be avoided. That is a 2-handed slam dink dunk. You're shaking your head, Holly.
Kenna Woolard has killed the ball in so many different ways already tonight.
Compelling reverse sweeps he'd ever been involved in his long career. He said, you know, Paul, I love that it happened at Pauley Pavilion because my father, Don, took his Ball State men's team in there. Taverdi again. Libero Deckert back to serve. Purdue on the year, good or perfect, passing at 45%. But they've been right there so far on the night. Covered by Anderson. Deckert, what a dig. And Heaney, the left-hander.
Range to go cross-body.
Yeah, boy, I like that play. McAleer, dig right on target. Woolard. Weejay with the saving dig and the kill by McGinnis. 315 on the year, was 11 of 31 as mentioned in that comeback win against UCLA. Working on Deckert, and she's a very good passer. Anderson over the top of the block and just inside the end line. Here's Trubant. That is a well-placed tip. You could hear Coach Brad Keller right in front of us. Short serve again, as you pointed out, Holly. Well done into traffic. And then tuck cross court by Mullen.
Abigail Mullen does a nice job.
It's again the 8th meeting all-time. The Trojans lead the all-time series 6-1. Woolard, wonderful dig in the cross court by Weejay. Good set in transition, aggressive by Weejay. Woolard again. Quality swing by Mullen. USC ahead in the point. Got the ball on the middle blocker. Mullen again. Abigail Mullen, number 5 for USC with a kill. 4 kills on 8 swings now for Mullen. Standing freshman out of Kansas City. Oh, good read by Anderson.
Available, and Reese Messers in the front row.
Good step in by Trubin. Quickly to the outside, one-on-one. And Weejay missed it. Boy, Fomoina back up front. The pin hitters. Abigail Mullen has gotten going. Now Fomoina and Weejay have to join the party. Chance here to get within 1. Fomoina. Hard-working defense by the Boilermakers. Perfect pass. Taverdi just skying and hanging in the air.
Recognizing where the ball's going.
Just under 3 blocks per set, the best mark in the Big Ten Conference so far, and USC hangs their hat in that phase of the game. They were the 4th best blocking team in the country last season. Good play by Trubin, stepping in, and Taverdi with a kill.
Woolard carried them at UCLA the other night, but the rest of the team responded when it counted.
And Woolard was a right side player last year, moving over to the left. Big responsibility in reception as well. Well, you said it early on, Holly. Way too much tipping from USC right now. Woolard with a kill.
Purdue's getting so many transition opportunities, more swings at the ball because USC is.
But still giving herself that powerful swing.
Overpass, back to Nebraska. Flynn tries it with the left. Look out below, Campbell Flynn.
Aggressive, and they've been fighting all night, but you're right, they have to limit those slight errors and keep their team in control.
Byzantine's got to play a free one. Rutgers out of system on a lot of these points. Flynn pushes it, back row. Oh boy, highlight reel for Harper Murray. But they knew that if they passed well and they defended well, they were going to win this match comfortably. So far they have. There's Obeche. Rutgers, good touch there. Miscommunication. They're going to have to get a free one over. Bolin steps in for Maxwell. Yes! Aspen Maxwell with a rocket.
As a dominant player, because you know she's talented, but the way that her team has cultured her into being this player and having her time to shine, she's really stepping up to the plate.
The third set sometimes doesn't even last 20 minutes. Much different team this year, much different team the last couple of years. And that time a nice tip from Ali Czech. Years. They've already got double-digit wins. They've already got the 1 conference win, something they only did 1 of last year. And Lily Bolin taking over the starting setter job, a big reason why. Not only the way she quarterbacks this offense, but her serving, her blocking. For somebody that's 5'7", really, truly one of the under-the-radar players in the conference. Here she is, setting for Robinson. Choboy in there for the dig. Jackson. It's just rocket after rocket.
She's paving the way for these athletes to really look up to her and play at such high levels and compete at such high levels.
Oh my goodness, Harper Murray. How many times have we seen her just tee off from the back row tonight?
Enough.
Looking to make it 14-0 to start the season. Maxwell. On a night where there hasn't been an empty seat in the house, Nebraska comes into Jersey Mike's Arena, and they deliver a sweep with Harper Murray delivering the final touch with her 11th kill on the match. A very clean match from the Huskers. They're 14-0, and they roll right along here on a historic night for volleyball in New Jersey.